Small Biz America.
In this segment, we visited with Doug Lee. He's the managing director of WESST Enterprise Center, located in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This guy knows a lot about incubation and how to grow small businesses with this mechanism.
Incredible. He had so much knowledge about the history of incubation.
Yeah, the whole thing started in 1959. An amazing segment with Doug Lee.
A fellow by the name of Joe Mancuso began business incubation back in 1959 in Batavia, New York. He had a warehouse that was empty and didn't know what to do with it, and he came up with the bright idea of, let's put a bunch of entrepreneurs in here with bright ideas and see how we can make them grow. That was a real slow start for the incubation industry until the state of Pennsylvania became involved in it. In the early, let's say 1984-ish, they took that business model in Pennsylvania and created a virtual as well as physical business incubation program. And in addition to that, created one of the best models that we have for business incubation today. They also added investment capital to the equation. I'll tell you a really interesting statistic. This past year, an independent study said that as a result of Pennsylvania's effort in business incubation, it has had a $17 billion impact upon the state's economy in that period of time.
You know, Bridget, what's amazing is how many of these incubators are helping small businesses in communities all across the country.
Yes, and in fact, it's provided a model all across the world.
Yes, this whole idea is expanding internationally.
Around the United States, we have approximately 1,100 business incubators, 1,300 or so in North America, approximately 7,000 worldwide. So what began here in North America as kind of a state-of-the-art economic development model has been adopted by, especially in Asia. China's got city blocks of these things. Hong Kong, you name it. They're all over the world, helping entrepreneurs grow their good ideas.
As we visited with Doug Lee in Albuquerque, it was amazing to hear the story of how he helped put together this center that helps small businesses grow.
And they continue to serve the fastest growing small business sector, women and minorities.
Absolutely.
Well, WEST is a not-for-profit organization that's been in business now just a bit over 20 years. It started as an organization that was focused primarily on women and minority entrepreneurs, and has grown over the years to what you see today. We now have a 37,000 square foot business incubator, but we also continue to work with our traditional clients, and those are the one or two off companies that are located throughout New Mexico. But what we focus on now here in Albuquerque in this facility is what we call growth companies. We're looking for the bright idea, the young entrepreneurs that is looking to grow their company beyond the one or two or three employees all the way up to 15, 20 or whatever. Once that happens, they leave, we bring somebody else in and do the same.
You know, David, entrepreneurs really know their product and their service.
That's right. They know their widget, they know their idea, they've got a vision for a company in the abstract. What incubators help them do is really focus the idea, pick a management team, and grow their business to this next level.
We expect them to be in here 24 to 36 months, learn what they can, and then move them. And that's the real key. See, entrepreneurs know what entrepreneurs know. They know their widget. They know what it is that their passion is and what they want to take to the marketplace. But they don't know what they don't know. And that looks like things like buy-sell agreements, insurance issues, management issues, HR, and all that. So we surround them, and every business incubator is like this. The model is we surround them with talent from the community that will advise them in the places that they know nothing about.
You know, incubators are often associated with technology, but that's not the case. These are all different kinds of businesses.
And WEST's incubator is really a mixed-use incubator, but all of these incubators have one thing in common, which is to make their businesses grow.
Well, WEST is a mixed-use incubator, which means we look at everything. We have biotech all the way to the roofing company that I told you about. And I ran a technology incubator for many years. So it all depends upon kind of what the community needs as far as a needs assessment is concerned. Sure. And so depending upon what the community wants to build, that's what we build. We built a mixed use here because we thought it was the best thing that for Albuquerque.
Incubators do more than just provide a place for businesses to office. They provide a wide range of services for their tenants and members.
Well, we have ongoing training programs. Last month we had intellectual property. We have human resources training sessions that are coming up. We also have sessions, one we call Start Smart, which is starts an entrepreneur from, I think I can do this, all the way through, oh, I don't know that I can do this or not. So that's a long session, a group of workshops. So we provide those workshops. We provide really a symbiotic facility. We've got entrepreneurs running around the building, and they all have a tendency to get and sit down and talk with each other and discuss their problems. So there's really this great symbiosis inside of an incubator.
Yeah.
That alone is one of the reasons that you want to come into an incubator if you're going to start a small business, because you don't know it all, but there are plenty of resources around you.
You know, Dave, I've always wondered, how do entrepreneurs get the capital to start their businesses?
Well, and we've learned it's more than just about raising money. It's about building and creating value with their business.
Every entrepreneur thinks their widget is the best thing if only the market, if only they could get it to the marketplace. And part of my responsibility, I believe, and part of the incubator manager's responsibility is to continue to work kind of in a reality check. Is this really what you think it is? And do you want equity or do you want debt? Now, there's always money around for good ideas. In this downturn, there's a group of high net worth investors here in New Mexico that was continuing to do deals because the deals were good. If an investor is not interested in the dog food, they're going to kindly say, no, I don't think so. Mm-hmm. And then that requires you to reassess your business model. Is this what I think it is? Or have I not just hit the right investment group? So there's a real talent there. But most importantly, you've got to have a management team. It is never, ever, ever, ever about your widget. It is always about your management team. That's what the investment community is going to look at. They're not going to look at your technology. They're going to look at your management team. And then they're going to look at your management team, and they're going to look maybe at your technology. But they're looking for people that have been there and done that, and that's where they'll invest.
I'm David Wolf.
And I'm Bridget Kelly.
And we'll have more with Doug Lee from WESST Enterprise Center. You're watching Small Biz America Television. Small Biz America.